What's going on, Jets fans? Welcome back to another video here on Pig City Hockey. Now, today we're going to be talking about the latest rumors surrounding the Winnipeg Jets head coaching search that has been going on for the past couple of weeks since the end of the season, and mostly focusing on all the rumors surrounding Barry Trotz. Now, we know that Barry Trotz had an interview last week with the Winnipeg Jets. It leaked that he was in Winnipeg with management, as well as having meetings with other teams, the Philadelphia Flyers being one that have shown a lot of interest, the Vegas Golden Knights to be named as well. But yeah, lots of news surrounding Barry Trotz, but yesterday we had some very interesting stuff that happened on Twitter surrounding Barry Trotz and the rumors, starting mostly with a bunch of local Winnipeg Jets fan accounts run by some really awesome people from the Jets-centric podcast and other podcast and fan-run accounts similar to what I do throughout the internet on different platforms. And we're going to start talking about the first kind of one that I saw, and that came from the Jets-centric podcast Twitter account. Let's jump over and go through the timeline and take us through all the latest rumors that have broken on Barry Trotz and him potentially becoming the next coach of the Winnipeg Jets. So this is what I saw yesterday at, like I said, almost 5 o'clock Pacific time. I saw this from Jets-centric. Breaking news, Barry Trotz will be named the head coach of the Winnipeg Jets on Tuesday, league sources tell the Jets. Now, at first I read this, I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was a joke because obviously every single one of us Jets fans are praying that this will become real news. Then I saw another Winnipeg Jets fan account posting the same type of stuff in Spinorama Hockey. Breaking news, we've just received confirmation from our sources that the NHL will be hiring Barry Trotz. Welcome home, Barry. And I was thinking, okay, I guess they're in on the joke a little bit. Then I saw Hanger Hockey talking about the same thing. Also heard about Trotz potentially coming through Winnipeg. And then I had to ask Hanger Hockey, is it a joke or not? I needed to know. And this is what he had to say. I don't know if it's a joke or not, but I think JCP, Jet-Centric Podcast, and Spinorama sources are different. Now, why would they be going out to say this? Now, they could just be spitting the biggest tale of bullshit ever said on the Jets fan base, especially when it comes to online, but these guys have been around for a long time. You know, they're big in the Jets community. Their voices are heard by a lot of different fans from both sides of the spectrum, from lots of different viewpoints. I don't think they'd be going out there spreading all these lies and bullshit just for the sake of doing it, especially with this amount of sincerity put into it. Then, I saw more stuff breaking about these rumors, talking about it, how nothing is inked yet, apparently, but it's looking like there's a lot of other considerations and factor, and that Barry Trotz is definitely heavily considering the city of Winnipeg. These are all great news, but what really kind of set the ball in motion, really got the ball rolling on all these rumors, I have to say it came from Jeff Hamilton today, May 23rd, basically around 1 o'clock. This is a 9-tweet thread. We're going to go through all of them, but basically this is going to be breaking down everything to do with the Winnipeg Jets and their head coaching search right now. So there's a lot of stuff to unpack here. Sit back, relax, grab a cup of water. Let's do this. So starting off with the first thing, lots of chatter about the Winnipeg Jets and Barry Trotz, and for what it's worth, this is what I'm hearing. True North has put together an advisory committee for their head coach search. Barry Trotz is at the top of this list. Obviously, that should be a given. Trotz's connections with Manitoba and everything else, it should be easily. The Jets should be going out there with True North doing everything they can to bring this man and fill that vacancy. Two big priorities for Trotz includes an opportunity to get into the front office of the team, as well as finding a good home for his family, including his son, who has Down syndrome. If you didn't know that, I actually did, so I had a big feeling that that would be something that he'd be definitely searching for, because he wants to be able to settle down someplace for a long time. And for what it's worth, I'm told the interview with True North went very, very well. Which, again, from what past rumors we've heard on that interview that he had last week, again, backed up pretty well there by what Jeff has to say. The belief is all suitors are out there. None of them have the Winnipeg view with long-term solution. Basically, like I was saying, Trotz can come in, say, for example, 3-4 years of head coaching, and then after that point, Chevy's been here for almost 15 years. It would make sense for the Jets to look to shake up, hire from within, especially a very smart source guy who's been around hockey his whole life in Trotz to fill that GM role. Why not have him be part of the long-term vision? I think this makes a ton of sense for the Winnipeg Jets going down the road and for Trotz himself. Why just settle into a place for 3 years hoping that you'll be able to get a upper management job after you're done coaching, or find a place that'll give you both no matter what the outcome is. Now, with Trotz fails and he's terrible here, and do we really want him coming into it? That's a different conversation way down the line after he's been here and hired, and actually let's see the type of job he's done. At this point right now, I think this is a win-win for both parties, and I could definitely see why Winnipeg is probably near the top of Trotz's list because of this opportunity. So let me find out what slide were we on. Talking about here we go. Here we go. Slide 4. But I was told, like others, that it was too early to say which way or the other if Trotz accepts. Great. If he doesn't, he needs more time. The Jets can at least move on to other candidates, and this is where things get a little bit interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in. Jeff Hamilton has leaked basically all of the Winnipeg Jets candidates currently right now for that head coaching position. Other names that have been floated around, excuse me, I'm jumping ahead. I'm told their list of potential candidates include Scott Arniel, who has ties to this organization as a past player for the Jets 1.0 and as a head coach for the Manitoba Moose in the early 2000s. Definitely going, it makes sense from the True North standpoint, going back to the well of things you already know. As a fan, I don't like it, but let's get on to these other lists. Claude Julien. Now that's interesting. Derek Lando. Derek Lando. I'm going to probably pronounce that wrong, but excuse me. Kirk Mueller. Again, I'm okay with Kirk Mueller. Pascal Vincent, a guy that we're very familiar with, spent a lot of time with the Jets and the Moose under Paul Maurice and a couple of years back before getting snatched up by the Blue Jackets. Spencer Carberry as well. Note as well that Julien is coaching Dubois and Adam Lowry right now at the World Juniors. Look at how good and successful those guys have been. If I'm not mistaken, Adam Lowry is over a point per game so far in 7 games. He scored a shorthanded goal the other day, a shorthanded breakaway similar to like we did all season long. Adam Lowry could potentially be poised for a little bit of an offensive spark next year after already kind of ending the past season on one. So I love what I've seen from him from the Worlds. If Julien can get more out of the Jets players, I'm all for it. So yeah, definitely this is a very interesting list with a lot of good potentials and a lot of other ones that I'm not so iffy about. For example, a guy like Scott Arniel. I would love to see Pascal Vincent come back. I don't think he's my first choice. Is he my second? I don't know, but a guy that I trust. I definitely think he was part of the better elements of the Jets when he was here with his systems, especially as the Moose as well, especially with some of those guys in the Moose getting opportunity with the Jets. It would make sense for an old head coach filling into that role, getting used to these guys, helping them gel with the new NHL system. Again, another big name being floated around, recently fired coach Rick Bowness, but I'm hearing only as an assistant. Now that's very strange. But also, I'm all for that, because can you imagine bringing in Bowness as an assistant and then having one of those guys being your head coach? That's a damn good coaching lineup behind that bench for a team that really needs some good structure to be able to improve off of the terrible disappointment that was last season. I think that there's a lot of really good things to take out of this. Jeff Hamilton with some fantastic reporting, basically laying it out as honest as you could for Jets fans right now on what's going on behind the scenes with True North and the coaching search. A lot of good names being listed here. I, for one, couldn't be happier. I think this is exactly where the Jets should be at this point. Put all your effort into signing Trotz, give him time, don't be pushy, lay everything out on the floor, be appealing to him and sell to him, give him everything that he wants. I think that's the exact way that they should be doing it right now. But at the same time, obviously don't limit your search right now to one guy. Go out there and look at guys like Julien. Go out there and try to pull that Vincent away from Columbus. Go out there, talk to the Arniels, figure out what the market looks like right now, what every candidate has, and still be able to focus on Trotz. This is everything that the Jets need to be doing right now, perfectly in my opinion. I like most of the candidates on this list. I really do. Do I want to see them going back to guys that have already ties to this organization? No. So I don't want to see an Arniel, and I definitely don't want to see Randy Carlyle's name popping on this list anytime soon. But nonetheless, this is a good spot for the Jets to be in right now. Do I think that Jet-centric and their rumors are going to be right? That, the day you're watching this video in a couple of hours, we're going to see Barry Trotz sign with Winnipeg? If that happens today, I would genuinely be shocked. I believe their rumors to some extent. I think definitely it's leaning towards him choosing Winnipeg. But what Jeff Hamilton had to say today really kind of, puts it in my perspective that I don't think things will be happening until closer to the end of the week. Give Trotz some more time with his interviews, let him really stew on everything, and at the same time let the Jets be able to go through and look at more candidates and potentially even look at a guy like Bowness and try to bring him in and pair him with Trotz. Can you imagine a coaching duo of Trotz and Bowness? How good that could be? How scary that could be in the Central if those guys were able to find a system that really worked and got the Jets off their asses, playing aggressive hockey and playing to their strengths again? That would be awesome. That'd be everything that I want to see from this offseason, from this coaching search. So I think that right now, The Jets have my faith. I've told you guys before that until they start doing the wrong things, I'm going to try to trust them, regardless of what they've done in the past. This, to me, is good. This looks like a step forward, and this looks like them trying to go out and make the necessary changes to get them on top of that mount again, even though they've never even really been to the top of the mountain. They got really close to it, but then fell off. They got to get back to that point, and I think this coaching hunt and these names that are being thrown out there now are really, really definitely going to help push them in the right direction. So let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below, as always. Do you love these names? Do you hate these names? How much do you want to see Barry Trotz on the Jets coaching behind the bench next year? Tell me what you would sell to Barry Trotz about Winnipeg. I'd love to hear your sales pitches to Barry right now in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching this video. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to this channel, regardless of the team that you root for, definitely consider dropping a subscription. I cover everything to do with the Winnipeg Jets, Manitoba Moose, and all other related Winnipeg Jets prospect news out there. So if you'd like to check out another fan's perspective from time to time, definitely have to consider dropping a subscription. With all that being said, follow my Twitter, Instagram, check out all the other affiliate links down in the description below. As always, have a great rest of your day. Go Jets, go. Peace and positivity as always, and bye-bye.